Howdy folks, welcome back to Vintage Story. Just topping off the old lime grinder here. But that's not what we're doing today. We're going to rebuild my smithy. This worked and it's functional, and I especially like what I did here, but I'm not really able to utilize, all four places where I can take power off this wheel. And it's a little cramped. And anytime I have to expand, I have to worry about the roof caving in on my head. So we're going to do something different. And we're going to do it up top. So let me go grab some materials here real quick. I've got a little bit of cobblestone, but need some more. And I went and dug a whole bunch of clay. So in anticipation of doing this. So let's get about, let's get about 2 stacks worth. We'll take a little bit of clay with us. Oh, I already had that left. Let's grab those. There we go. And I'll just take that clay with me. So cobblestone is going to be our main. I also need some dirt. I think I want to do some kind of polished stone for the floor. But I don't have 121 polished stone just laying around, so I'll look into that. I'm not sure what we're going to do. That should do it. I'm just going to make a packed dirt floor for now. Because I'm making the inside 11 by 11. It's going to be pretty good size. And I'm going to try to do some chiseling and some kind of decoration so it's not just a giant granite cobblestone block. We'll try to make it a little more interesting than that. I tend to make stuff that's just functional and it looks like crap. So we'll see if we can avoid that. There's quite a bit of snow, and I need to tear down the original. So let me get the snow cleared. I'm going to tear down the original building here, and then we'll kind of get to work. You can see I've got some corner posts set up. That is the plan. So I will see you in just a bit. All right, that took me a whole rest of the day. Get that all cleared out, and then I've got the basic wall outline made. And then I need to find the center. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think this is going to be the center. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, good. I guessed correctly. So this will be the center. Let's go ahead and make that a different color. I should have brought some rammed earth up here. Yeah, for now, we'll just make that a cobblestone. And then I'm going to put the gear there. So let's get our large gear. Stand back a little ways. So then we have room for, a transmission and angled gear and stuff, and then something powered, and then hopefully a block to walk around it. That's the idea. So the wall needs to go up, this size a little ways, and I want it to come in and go up maybe a 3 by 3, maybe 4, maybe 5 by 5 would be better. Have some room up top. Now the windmill needs to clear. Yeah, we'll see, 5 by 5, something like that. So let's kind of play around and see what we need. I know the pulverizer especially needs a lot of vertical room. And I was making some windows in here just so we had some light. Got some spots for windows open. Yeah, that'll work. So we're going to go through a lot of cobblestone, and then I need to find some way to accent this with oak beams is one idea I'm thinking of, or chisel in the blocks or something, just to break it up. I want all looking the same. Let's put some blocks here so we can get up top. then continue our theme of 1, 2, 3 window. 1, 2, 3 window. I was getting cold last night doing all this. I had a little fire here in the corner. It still getting a little cold, so we'll have to warm up occasionally. Also, I went and got some pie, so I had something to eat. I did bake a bunch of carrot pies. And a bunch of rye bread as well. So how tall does this need to be? The pulverizer, didn't it need at least 4? So I think I want to go up at least 5 high before we start going in. So that's 3, 4, 5. So let's get one wall here made. And out of blocks, of course. Now my little stepping stone isn't tall enough. We're picking these all up anyway, so it doesn't really matter. There we go. So 5 high, and then we could start coming in with, how do we do that? Some kind of slope. Let's go ahead and lay out 2 sides. Let me lay this out, figure out how I'm going to do the slope. I don't know if I want to do that with like granite stair blocks or what. Do some experimentation and I'll be back. All right, I'm getting cold again, so gotta come back over here to the fire. But this is the idea. Imagine these are big oak beams, or oak logs, probably debarked oak logs, and that's going to be our support structure. Then for the tower that'll go on up to where the windmills are, and then there'll be some kind of roof here to close that off, to go up to the from the 11 by 11 to the 5 by 5. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I might even take these all the way over to the other walls as well, rather than just have them stick out like that. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I want this thing to look substantial, like it could actually hold this up, have some kind of structural integrity. Something like that's what I'm thinking. And for right now, I'm just using back dirt because I don't have the oak logs on me, and I can't go under there, can I? That's all right. We know we need that there. So. Kind of walking around up here. That, like that. Yeah, I think we'll do that and have the oak logs sitting in the wall like that. I think that'll look cool. Like so. I'm gonna run out of cobblestone again, aren't I? And then I've got a little bit of oak for my tanning, but I don't have a ton of oak, so I'll go find some mighty oak trees and get some logs and replace these later at some point. For now, this will work, I think. And I'm out of cobblestone again. We need a lot of cobblestone. That much I knew. Now I can at least walk around up here, so that works out. Let's get the rest of this filled in. And I'm going to need a different stair step setup here. I won't be able to fit under there, will I? Nope. Okay. I did have some ladders. I'll just use a rope ladder for now. That'll work. I think I only had the 2 wooden ladders. Beauty. Alright, we got those. How's my temperature doing? A little bit cold. Throw a log on the fire. I'll get warmed up. It's an ongoing process. I keep getting cold. I've got decent warmth on here. This doesn't take away any warmth, so yeah, I don't know. I just keep getting cold. My hunter face mask has seen better days. But I did go ahead and spend some cloth repairing things, so fairly well repaired. Now we're back up to 98.8. Beautiful. Yeah, so I need some oak logs. These will be oak logs. And then this is going to be more cobblestone going on up. And it needs to go up, I think, at least 5 blocks to clear the windmill blades, if I remember right. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe one more for good measure, because the more height, the better. So is that 6 blocks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that's 5. Oh, right, because I was already 1 up. Yeah, something like that. So I'm going to once again need a ton of cobblestone. That's okay. I've been collecting clay and stone, so we've got a lot of building materials. Alternatively, I thought about making this just like logs up in the air, but I think I'm gonna go with the stone, and then maybe the red clay shingles to go from there up to here, something along those lines. How much cobblestone do I have left here? Not a whole lot. Need to make some more. I need 8, don't I? So that won't work. Alright, I'm gonna have to make some more cobblestone. Don't quite have enough to finish this out, do I? That was a rhetorical question. No, I don't. But anyway, that'll be the top. We can get our sails back up. And get our shaft all the way down there. Let's see, can I reach the... Can I jump down on top of that? Well, I could. I wasn't terrible at jumping. I missed. Can I get back up here? That's the question. I'm gonna need a another ladder assist. All right, can I land on there this time? There we go. Ooh. That first step's a doozy. Watch out for it. Oops. And I'm getting cold again. Let me get this fire should be, yeah, it'll relight. All right, I'm gonna get warmed back up. I'm gonna go make some more cobblestone, and then we'll get the tower finished out and get this turning again. And then I can at least have power again while we're finishing all that, because I have some red shingles. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have enough. I've got at least a start to it. It's quite the building here. So I'll be back in a bit. All right, I've got the tower finished. I think that's enough room. Although I wasn't taking into account the angled roof, was I? Oh boy, I need to go up further, I think. Because that's going to come over. Yeah, Yeah, that's a thought, isn't it? Never think these things through. So that's the 5x5. I'm getting cold again. It's dark. Yeah, I need to go up even further. So I'm gonna have to go get some more cobblestone. I forgot I had like 97 larch logs, so I put one of those in just to kind of get a feel for it. And I kind of think it's too similar to the cobblestone to look good. So I think I will go with oak, because oak is a darker. I think it's a darker log. Let me go. We get warmed up. I'm going to go get an oak log. And the fire has gone out. And I'll see how the oak... I think the oak's going to be a little more contrast with the cobblestone, and it'll look better. The larch, I think, is just too similar. Like, it's just too similar in color. No real contrast there. And we're going to have to go taller. I forgot about the roof. I get busy building and I don't think it through. Well, it's another close to another day, and I'm freezing, so warming up here. But I went and grabbed some oak logs, and this looks way better. So I'm going to have to go chop down some oak logs. And I'll finish that out with oak, and I'm going to have to fire a bunch more red clay tiles. I forgot I went and used some of those on the chicken house, so that used up my surplus that I had. But this is the idea. I'll go ahead and finish this up off camera. Actually, you know what? Let me go sleep through the night. It'll be easier to see. So I'm going to need some more oak logs and a lot more red clay tile, but we've got power again. And then I want to finish up some kind of a roof up there as well. And I don't know if I'll go with 4 windmills eventually. I might just stick with it 2, but I have some kind of support structure up there with a roof. I'd like some kind of ladder access so I can get up there easily. So I may have a ladder up to this roof and then another ladder up there. Not sure yet. But that's the idea. That's what it will look like eventually. Nice big smithy building with a windmill tower on top. I'm going to do some decoration and some beams and whatnot to make it look a little fancier, but we'll make that in another episode. I think this one has gone on long enough. Not 100% sure I like how that ties in with the house, but it does tie in kind of with the cliffside manner. Anywho, thanks as always for watching, folks. I'll see you in the next adventure. Take care.